Hopefully I didn't need that damage. Okay. Whew, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would.
Yeah, no, I thought this was going to be like an hour or so trip.
Damn it. So even that power, it wasn't enough. And furthermore, it's like everything's a gradient, right? Mm-hmm. So there's probably plenty of Christians are bad people, right?
Yeah.
And plenty of not that any sort of religion makes you bad or good, but
yeah. I mean, growing up in a Baptist household and church and everything, like it's definitely taught Christians good, atheists bad.
Yeah, exactly. And like not all murderers are bad people. A murderer is bad, but not every person who is a murderer is necessarily a bad person.
I also agree with that.
That certainly puts more points into the bad camp than good, but that isn't
it's a scale, right?
Yeah, that isn't to say that they can't be redeemed, right?
Yeah,
but they're probably going to spend their life in prison.
If we want to get into some dicey territory, we can talk about 13 Reasons Why.
Haven't seen it, but I know
who cares?
Yeah. But I know the general premise.
In season 3, the rapist from season 1 dies, and
Twitter cheers.
Yeah, Twitter cheers. And they spend it in like flashbacks of him and how he was on his way to try and do right not right his wrong, but try and do his best to make up for the things he did. And don't get me wrong, that didn't make him any less of a rapist. But it begs the question, how long?
Evaporated. Right, yeah. How long do you like? Mm-hmm. It's like when felons get released from prison, right?
Yeah.
And then they're barred from ever like participating in society again because you can't get a job anywhere. It's hard for people to accept you for housing and just a plethora of things to where it's really, really hard to get back into society.
I do think that there is a limit. Like, let's talk about like Smash Bros events.
Yeah.
And like, if someone assaults someone or is a rapist or something like that, being at an event like that is a privilege.
Yes.
And I think like being banned from that indefinitely is completely fair.
Yeah. But you don't need Smash Bros events to like have basic human needs
because
like,
how I
fulfilled.
See it is if let's say we can just do Smash Bros because it's easy.
Yeah.
Let's say there was a rapist and then there was a victim.
Yes.
Typically as it goes. And let's say both of them are a part of the same community.
Okay.
You have to ban the rapist, otherwise the victim will feel forced out.
Right.
Like, they will leave on their own accord because it's an uncomfortable environment for them.
Right.
Therefore, do you want to ban this person who did nothing except get raped?
Right.
Or ban the person who did it?
Yeah. So at that point, choice is easy.
Yeah. You would think.
But whenever it comes to, like, being released from prison, like, how long is long enough?
Yeah.
That's probably, like, the political topic that I feel the strongest about is that I think American prison fucking sucks.
I also think the most absurd thing is if you got jailed for like possession of marijuana,
which is now legal,
and it's now legal in the state you got arrested in, you are still a felon.
Still a felon. You still have to jump through all the hoops that everybody else does.
Yeah, I think that's literally absurd. I think it makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah, it is. And then people then they have to deal with that. They have to deal with the ramifications. It's hard to get employed, dude. And then what do you do whenever you can't earn money legitimately? Perhaps you go and rob somebody, or et cetera, et cetera.
I had this
try to bug someone
with a parent once, and it went worse than I could have imagined. Because I said, yeah, so like you get arrested for weed, you can't, like that's bullshit. What if it's legal? They go, okay, so like if murder
don't break the law.
No, they said if murder becomes legal, are all murderers free? And I go, if murder becomes legal, what the fuck?
Like dog, what?
I feel like we have a whole bigger problem at hand.
Who's the motherfucker legalizing murder?
You know what?
Did I go too far? Is this bad?
I feel like it could be bad.
Okay, no, this is the cooking
segment. Oh, yeah, this is Mediton. But yeah, so like, who's pro-murder in 2020? Who do I vote for?
I want to start grinding these 36.
Yeah,
before,
I got scared whenever you went through that. Yeah.
So we're dancing right here, assuming that enemies actually spawn.
Not feeling it.
Yeah, enemies might not spawn right here.
So back to the podcast.
Yeah, back to the podcast. I think that felonies need to fall off way faster.
Yeah, I think crime should match punishment. Don't get me wrong, but that's the thing. There's a lot of gray area in every crime.
After you serve your time served is not over, because then you... What the fuck? Really? You can't just... Okay. After your time is served, it is not. You're still getting punished for whatever you did long after you get out of jail.
Yeah, that's very much so true.
You still have to pay fines, which accrue interest. What? Your fines accrue interest. You can just get stuck paying the interest on your fine for the rest of your life.
That's kind of how some college tuition can get you some college debt.
Yeah.
Because I saw one...
It's like, ooh, and then you get feed if you don't pay it. If you don't have the money to pay the interest, you will get feed.
One of the best current sitcoms, well, I don't fucking know. It's called Superstore on NBC.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the name.
Yeah, phenomenal show. Probably one of the only comedy shows that's like genuinely made me laugh like every episode.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty high praise because I feel like I genuinely see comedy coming now. But they made a joke about, there's just one very like snobby character named Jonah. He's like, oh, I went to business school and everything, but he works at a superstore.
Yeah.
And his manager says like, hey, how much was your tuition and what was your interest rate? Huh? Isn't your interest rate alone more than you're making here? So you're working every day for nothing. You're just getting closer to death.
Yeah.
And she's trying to make fun of him, but it's a very good satire on how college debt works.
Yeah, that's a pretty dumb one too, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
It's perhaps that's a problem. It's a puzzle that I don't have to do because it's genocide. Yeah, do I just go to the right?
I think you do.
How do I...
Down, or you go left.
Left, down.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, no, you... right, yeah.
upright.
No, you just go right. Yeah.
Yeah, the privately owned prison system is really dumb, and I think a lot of those laws are probably put in place probably lobbied by people who want people in prison.
Yeah.
So that way they can earn money. So that way they can make money off of the people that are in prison.
It's all about money. God, Spider Dance, though.
Yeah.
Change the political topic. What a beautiful fucking song.
Don't we just kick her in the face once, too, and she falls over like all the others?
I didn't think it was in genocide.
Again, surely I didn't pass any checks. I thought I had up until the Metaton fight to kill all the mobs.
I thought this just kind of served as a mini boss, right?
Yeah. Then I might kick her once and she's gonna die. Yeah.
Well, I loved those two measures we heard of the song.
I want to stomp on that spider.
Oh God, fuck that spider.
Are you a bug guy?
No.
You don't fucks with the bugs?
I don't fucks with no bugs.
I like bugs.
You like bugs?
Yeah.
You fucks with them?
Yeah, I fucks with the bugs.
Do you fuck with the bug?
There was our zoology professor in college. I'm no longer sticky.
Oh,
The webs
interesting.
are no longer sticky after you kill the spider.
You got the sticky boots.
He brought a stink beetle to class and has like a little
Yeah.
a little vinegar scented tail.
Gross.
That it like prods around with and things like that. This is a boat, right? No, this isn't a boat. I want to go back to where any enemies spawn.
Yeah, you need to get those. I'm worried for you.
Yeah, because I'm a little worried that I freaked the run. I suppose as soon as it said 40 left, you might as well just sit down and grind.
Yeah, you're gonna do it eventually.
I was trying to min-max it so that way we got fewer pop-ups that said "but nobody came."
Does Sans only fight you if you're at level 19?
Yeah, you have to kill everything.
Okay.
Well, that's
Because
power.
I know like he examined your execution points no matter what.
Uh-huh. Ooh, this is
is
as far as I get. Maybe the force field is down that prohibits me from going back now if I take this elevator.
Yeah. Surely they don't just...
Yeah, they don't say, "Oops, sorry, went too far, lol."
Yeah.
If I go to L1, it'll be fine. And the force field's not going to be there preventing me from doing
That'd
anything.
be nice.
If not, I'll prod around some more elsewhere before I actually go into the Mediton room. Hey,
Oh, nice. All right.
Thank you. Well, here we are.
Yeah.
I think I can go left one screen, and that's the
Yeah, I don't
spot.
think there were any enemies here. 40's a lot, though.
Yeah, this is the last place we have to grind, right?
Yeah, you go Mediton into... Sands is close.
Yeah, you just have to skip. You entirely skip like all that long walkie-talkie segment at the end.
Yeah. Don't do that. Also, I don't even think you do a lot of the Mediton bullshit.
Yeah, no, you just one-shot them.
Yeah.
And then this is that's that place. That's waterfall. A guy spawned here for sure, right?
Yeah. You're right. I remember at least. I could be wrong.
Spawn, you bastard.
Eh?
Okay, the screen.
It'd be nice if I had a monster.
I'll go
Just
right
right here.
I'll go right one screen. No, that's the lab.
Can't do that.
Where do
Maybe
bad
go
guys?
down?
Down's gonna be boat. This is boat for sure. Yeah,
Oh.
that's boat for sure.
Fear the man who talks in hands. What did that ever mean?
What is that a reference to?
He says that.
Oh, does he?
It's. I can talk about some Undertale theories.
Hit me.
'Cause
I'm more disconnected from the
it was
internet.
like the Gaster blasters and all that. There's a WD Gaster.
Yeah.
Is the man behind it all, and the man who speaks in hands. If Sans is a font, Papyrus is a font. The other skeleton named WD Gaster, Webdings Gaster.
Right.
The man who speaks in hands all makes sense, right?
Okay.
And that's just they really. He's one of those guys you hear him before you see him, but where in the fuck do I see him? You never do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's one of the bigger mysteries of Undertale, because you're like, oh yeah, they're gonna put in like maybe a DLC to some structure. And they never did. So I just assume they're gonna retcon it somehow. In
Not too
Delta
late,
Room.
man. Not too late for Undertale DLC.
With Toby Fox, who the fuck knows, man?
They did make Borderlands 2 DLC in the year 2019, so
That's crazy. I think that's probably the craziest DLC story I've ever heard.
yeah. And it was free. It was a lot of content too.
4 hours, right?
Yeah, it's like all the paid DLC campaigns. It was essentially one of those.
How much did those cost?
I think they were like $5-6 each.
Ooh.
Could have been wrong. We're bad guys.
Fuck this, am I right?
Do I? Surely it's not the place after.
I think you can save and try.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll drop a save, because like goddamn nothing is spawning.
Yeah. Is upsetting. Yeah.
I saw yet on Twitter.com the other day. I saw yet another person saying if you're a Trump supporter, fuck you. I'm literally blocking you. And every time that happens,
Wait, someone said. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
on Twitter. Period.
yeah, and that I always get a right giggle out of those, because like I understand that because I understand that you don't like the guy, especially Twitter.com is it's 5 G's.
I will say, I do think perspective on that tweet matters a lot, because let's take someone like my wife, Theo,
Yeah,
and a lot of the people who heavily support Trump, big political take, have been racist to her, or
yeah,
like the concentration camps with Mexican people in it. Like they see people like Theo and just assume she's
get out of here, you
immigrant,
Mexican.
illegal, anything. She's completely
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
Everything. Didn't marry.
Also
for a green card.
not from Mexico.
Sure, but it's just Hispanic culture as a whole.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of my mentality, but I'll be honest, it's a very white mentality. and because like she's not gonna block anyone or anything like that, but it's kind of like, why would I interact with someone who does not believe in the rights for me?
Yeah, and that was generally the shtick. It was a white girl, but it was a white girl on Twitter that did this. That the one in particular that I'm talking about.
Okay, then.
But
Yeah.
but even still, it's because they believe that he's racist, which is a fair take, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of justifiable given his policy.
Yeah. Like, I don't think.
And that's my opinion, gamers.
I agree.
And that's my opinion.
I think
It's my opinion that his policies are racist.
I think the two-party system is flawed exclusively because it's no longer I believe in this person, you believe in that person. It's liberals, sensitive snowflakes, and conservatives are money hungry racists. Like it's just like it becomes this all out war against each other, and it's disgusting.
Oh, this guy actually sells stuff. Look at that.
Hey man, he doesn't discriminate on topic. But
I need to drop my junk food.
I like having dissenting opinions with people, and then we can talk through. Even if I don't convince them to my side or vice versa, we at least then understand each other's side a little bit better. And I think that goes very far. That open-mindedness.
I'll post stuff clowning on Republicans on Twitter, and then I'll get people like, finally, a personality that isn't afraid to dissent about Trump. And I'm like, dog, all I said in this tweet is that I think Trump Jr.'s take on the Kanye album is stupid. I didn't say
talk about that shit.
Yeah, I
want to
do.
talk about the Kanye album?
I just want to. So the Kanye album, Jesus is King, not very good, but
I think what's really funny was recently I finally met up with the only other YouTuber in Oklahoma, Smooth McGroove.
yeah.
Yeah, and him and I went and got dinner. And since we're both music guys, him way more than me, of course, but we just kind of talked shop a little bit. And then he said, okay, so what do you think about the new Kanye West album? And, when someone you don't know too well presents this, you're like, I don't know where this is going. And I just go, it's an album. And he was like, yeah, I listened to it 3 times. And again, that is like confusing. And I was like, I thought...
I listened to it twice.
Which, sure, but I know you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like his biggest strengths as a musician is his incredible flow and witty-ass lyrics. And I don't feel like we got any of that.
Yeah, that's the exact opinion that I wrote about on Twitter.
Yeah?
Those exact 2 things, that the lyrics aren't there, and then the flow's it's kind of been the same on like the past 3 albums, I think.
I think Yeezus was okay. I'd say I like Yeezus, honestly.
Yeah, Yeezus isn't included. The last 3 albums would be this one, Yay, and
I forget about Yay, sorry.
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's like an EP almost.
Yeah, so would this one be. They're like, Yay is like 22 minutes, this one's 27 minutes.
Yeah, but it's 10 songs, and that's the difference. But I think Jesus is King. Yeah, no, pretty much what my opinion was, that was it. He goes, yeah? And then Smooth McGroove said, yes. I was just in utter disbelief that was a real thing I listened to, so I had to double check and triple check. And I go, fair.
Where are bad guys? This kind of feedback makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Let me go through our messages to quote a previous Kanye line.
Yeah, him on New Slaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Meanwhile,
fun
the DEA teamed up with the CCA, trying to lock friends
Gamers up.
trying to make new slaves. See, that's the privately owned. That's that privately owned prisons. Get your piece today. They're probably all in the Hamptons, bragging about what they made today.
Bragging about what they made, and that's like directly aimed at people like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And then to flip around 6 years later and be all pro Trump and have Trump Jr. Singing your praises
and saying that he sung about something very taboo.
the whole shtick about the Trump Jr. tweet Kanye West is fearless talking about this topic, and he is a revolutionary, really
the epitome of fearless creativity. And he discussed dangerous, unapproved ideas.
Dangerous, unapproved, the unapproved topic of Christianity.
And then they had patch notes on it, which was funny.
Yeah, and then Kanye patched the album. But all these Republicans like praising Kanye just because Kanye praised them.
Yeah.
The whole shtick of that, I think, is really stupid. It's like, oh, he said good things about us. I'm going to say good things about him.
That's just like, that's not even a political thing. That's just like status anywhere.
Yeah. And what about
on YouTube, man? People would be like, "Oh, you have a lot of subs. Yeah, I'll check out your stuff.
Yeah, I'll fucks with you.
Yeah, you're like 10 times my size, and you watch Michelle. Yeah, I'll watch yours. I'll check it out."
It's like, how do they feel about Kanye and Lil Pump's song? You know?
Yeah.
Are they all about the hose? Do they love the freaky hose?
Let's talk about the follow-up verse you sent me, saying that the first lady is in some serious danger.
Because after he says they probably all in the Hamptons bragging about what they made, fuck you and your Hampton house. I'll fuck your Hampton spouse. Came in her Hampton blouse and in her Hampton mouth.
Which, like, banger lines right there. Like, the thing about Kanye is just bam, 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 rapid fire lines at you nonstop.
Right. What do I do about bad guys? Chat, comments. I don't know what's going on, dude. I'm walking around endlessly. Nothing's spawning. I'm trying to kill them.
What is this place called?
This is Hotlands.
Enemies.
It still says there's 35 left, and I have access to this place, but nobody's coming. I don't know where I gotta go.
Hotland and the Core.
Because later we have to go to like this whole other area and different enemies spawn, but I thought I had to use the elevator at the hotel to get there. I suppose I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go take the elevator and go trigger the Metaton fight, and then whenever that happens, I kind of just have to reset.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because I'm pretty sure if I walk north of there, then that's where the Metaton fight triggers. Is that right? Do you remember?
I'm looking at it right now.
We have a save dropped.
No, that's not where the Metaton fight.
Okay, that's where it gets out of this red area and we into like an indoors blue.
Yeah, that's
place.
that's the Core.
Okay.
But I think it's referred to as Hotlands and the Core in this walkthrough I'm in.
Okay. So I think it has the same enemy pool.
Yeah.
I apologize for wasting all your time because I remember
just a podcast. They're not even watching this. It's just pulled up in a different tab.
Episode 1 was literally just
ooh
exactly
shit!
that.
I forgot.
Yeah, we're
one of the two of us didn't record.
It could have been anyone.